Number 21. Favorite TV shows.
What TV shows have you been watching lately?
I have just finished binging Breaking Bad for the first time. It was amazing.
I've heard great things about that show. What is it about actually?
It's about a chemistry teacher who has lung cancer. After he gets the diagnosis, he starts producing drugs to earn money for his family.
That sounds pretty exciting. What an interesting start of a story.
Absolutely, it's so well done, and especially the fourth season pressed me into the seat. The whole series is thought-provoking too.
Why thought-provoking? What do you mean?
Think about it. What would you do with the rest of your life if you got such a diagnosis?
Well, definitely not what your hero did in the series. That's for sure.
Number 22. Weekend chores.
What are your plans for the weekend?
Honestly, I have a lot of chores to do. Laundry, grocery shopping, cleaning the house, that kind of stuff.
That doesn't sound like the most fun weekend, but at least you'll feel productive when it's all done.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'll treat myself to a nice dinner or movie once everything's done.
That's a good idea. What's on your grocery list?
Mostly just some basics like bread, milk, and eggs. And maybe some ingredients to make a nice dinner on Sunday.
Okay then, I wish you a productive weekend and hopefully everything is done quickly.
Thanks. Have a great weekend. Number 23. Fitness goals.
Have you been working out lately?
Yeah, I've been trying to go to the gym a few times a week. I want to get in better shape before summer.
That's a great goal. What kind of workouts do you like to do?
I mostly do cardio and some light weightlifting. I want to start doing more yoga too, for flexibility.
That sounds like a good plan. Do you have any fitness apps or trackers to help you stay on track?
Yeah, I use a fitness tracker to log my workouts and track my progress. It's been really helpful for staying motivated.
Sounds like it.
Number 24. Home buying.
I heard you're thinking about buying a house.
Yeah,
My partner and I have been talking about it for a while now. We're starting to save up for a down payment.
that's exciting. Have you started looking at any specific neighborhoods or areas?
Not yet, we're still in the early stages of planning. But we definitely want to stay in this general area, since we both work nearby.
Do you have any must-haves for your future home?
A big backyard is a must, since we have 2 dogs. And we both really want a home office, since we'll both be working from home at least part of the time.
Makes sense. Good luck with the project.
Number 25. Cabin in the woods.
Do you have any plans for the long weekend?
Yeah, my partner and I are planning a little weekend getaway to a cabin in the woods.
That sounds like a great escape. Is it far from here?
It's only a few hours' drive, so it's not too bad. We're planning on doing some hiking and just relaxing by the fire.
That sounds perfect. Do you have any other activities planned?
Not really, we just want to enjoy the peace and quiet. Maybe we'll do some stargazing if the weather is clear.
That's an awesome plan. Stargazing is amazing.
Number 26. Traveling Europe.
Have you made any travel plans for this year?
Actually, my partner and I are planning a trip to Europe in the fall. We're really excited.
That sounds amazing. Where in Europe are you planning to visit?
We're still deciding on the specifics, but we definitely want to visit France and Italy. We also might try to squeeze in a few other countries if we have time.
That sounds like a great trip. How long are you planning to go for?
We're thinking about 2 weeks. We want to make sure we have enough time to really explore each place and not feel rushed.
That's smart. Have you started planning out your itinerary yet?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of research online and talking to friends who have traveled to Europe before. We want to make the most of our time there. Number 27. Career goals.
What are your career goals for the next few years?
I really want to move up in my company and take on more leadership roles. I also want to start working towards my MBA.
That's ambitious. Have you talked to your boss about your career goals?
Yeah, I've had a few conversations with my boss and he's been really supportive. He's given me some great advice on how to achieve my goals.
That's great to hear. Do you have any specific timelines or milestones for your goals?
I'm hoping to start my MBA program within the next year, and I'd like to be in a managerial role within the next 2 years.
That sounds impressive. Good luck with that.
Number 28, hobbies.
What are some of your favorite hobbies or interests?
I really enjoy reading and writing. I'm currently working on a novel in my free time.
That's impressive. What genre do you write?
It's a science fiction novel. I've always been a big fan of the genre, and I've had this story idea in my head for a while now.
That's really cool. Tell me more about your story idea.
Well, it's set in a dystopian future where the world is controlled by a powerful corporation. The protagonist is a member of a resistance group that's fighting against the corporation's oppression.
That sounds like an interesting premise. Have you written any other stories before?
Yeah, I've written a few short stories and some poetry. But this is my first attempt at a novel.
That's so exciting. Maybe I will also try to write something in the future.
Number 29, personal growth. Have you been doing anything lately to focus on personal growth or self-improvement?
Yeah, I've been trying to meditate every day and read more books on personal development.
That's great. Have you noticed any changes or benefits from these practices?
Definitely. I feel more calm and centered after meditating, and the books have given me some really valuable insights and tools for personal growth.
That's awesome. Do you have any other practices or habits that you're working on?
I'm also trying to make more time for self-care, like taking a relaxing bath or doing a face mask. It's been really helpful for reducing stress and just feeling better overall.
I believe that. Good for you. Are you ready to take your language skills to the next level? Introducing the perfect companion to Mr. K's 100 Real-Life English Conversations video series, the brand new ebook edition. Dive deeper into the conversations. Inside this comprehensive ebook, you'll find all 100 dialogues from the video series. Practice your speaking abilities as you read along with the dialogues. Immerse yourself in authentic language and train your ears to recognize natural speech patterns. Visit www.mrk.de or click the link in the comments to get your hands on this invaluable resource. Get your ebook now and speak English with confidence. Number 30, having children.
Have you ever thought about having kids?
Yeah, I have. But I'm not sure if I'm ready for that kind of responsibility yet.
I know what you mean. It's a big decision that shouldn't be taken lightly.
Yeah, there's just so much to consider. Financially, emotionally, and physically.
It's definitely a huge commitment. But it can also be incredibly rewarding.
I can see that. I just want to make sure I'm fully prepared before making such a life-changing decision.
That's understandable. Have you talked about it with your partner?
We've had some discussions about it, but we're both on the fence. It's a tough decision to make.
Definitely. But if you do decide to have kids, I'm sure you'll make great parents.
Thanks. It's definitely something we'll keep thinking about and discussing in the future.
Number 31, video game addiction.
Have you heard about video game addiction?
Yeah, I have. It's becoming a big problem for some people.
Do you think it's a real addiction or just an excuse for people to play more video games?
I think it's a real addiction for some people. Just like with any addiction, it can be hard to control and can have negative consequences on a person's life.
That's true. Have you ever experienced video game addiction?
Not to the point where it was negatively affecting my life, but I have spent a lot of time playing video games in the past.
What do you think can be done to prevent video game addiction?
I think it's important for people to have a healthy balance between playing video games and other activities. Setting limits on the amount of time spent playing video games can also be helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 32, cooperative gaming.
Have you ever played a cooperative video game?
Yeah, I love playing cooperative games with my friends or family.
What's your favorite cooperative game?
My favorite cooperative game is probably Overcooked. It's a cooking game where you and your team have to work together to prepare dishes under a time limit.
That sounds like fun. Do you think cooperative games have any benefits?
Definitely. Playing cooperative games can help improve teamwork and communication skills. It can also be a fun way to bond with friends or family.
That's a good point. Have you ever played a cooperative game with strangers online?
Yeah, I have. It can be hit or miss, but I've had some great experiences playing with strangers online.
That is really cool. I'll have to try playing a cooperative game with strangers sometime.
Number 33, homework.
Hey, have you been having trouble with your homework lately?
Yeah, I have. I just can't seem to concentrate and get it done.
Have you tried studying in a different location or at a different time of day?
I have, but nothing seems to be working.
Have you considered talking to your teacher or a tutor for extra help?
I haven't, but that's a good idea. I don't want to fall behind in class.
Yeah, it's important to get the help you need. Plus, your teacher or tutor might have some tips or tricks to help you concentrate and get your homework done.
You're right, I'll have to give it a try. Thanks for the advice.
No problem, we all need a little extra help sometimes.
Number 34, dating nerves. Hey, how was your date last night?
It was okay, but I was so nervous the whole time.
That's understandable. First dates can be nerve-wracking. What made you nervous?
I was worried about saying the wrong thing or coming off as awkward.
Did you feel like the conversation flowed well?
Yeah, we had some good conversations, but there were a few awkward silences.
That's normal. Don't worry too much about it. Did you feel like there was chemistry between you two?
Yeah, I think so. We had a lot in common and I enjoyed spending time with the girl.
That's great. If you have a connection with someone, it will show and the rest will fall into place.
Thanks for the encouragement. I really appreciate it.
Number 35, the contract.
Good morning. I'm here to discuss the terms of our new contract.
Good morning. Please have a seat. Let's go over the details.
We would like to propose a 3-year contract with a 5% increase in the annual fee.
I understand, but our budget is limited. Can we negotiate the increase to 3%?
We understand your budget constraints, but we have a lot of expertise that we bring to the table.
I see your point, but we have other offers on the table as well. Can you offer any additional benefits or services to sweeten the deal?
We can offer additional consulting hours to ensure your satisfaction with our services.
That sounds like a good compromise. We accept your offer.
Excellent. We're glad we could come to an agreement that works for both of us.
Number 36, grandparents.
Hey, have you talked to Grandma and Grandpa lately?
No, I haven't talked to them in a while. How are they doing?
They're doing well, but they miss us and would love to see us soon.
That's great to hear. We should plan a visit.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe we could plan a weekend trip?
That's a great idea. We could bring some of their favorite treats and games to play with them.
And maybe we could help out with some chores around the house to make things easier for them.
Yes, that's a great idea. I know they have trouble with some things around the house.
It's important to make time for our grandparents.
I completely agree. I can't wait to see them and spend time together.
Number 37, the gym workout.
Hey, I've been going to the gym regularly and I feel so much better.
That's great to hear. What kind of workouts are you doing?
I've been doing a mix of cardio and strength training. I like to start with some cardio to warm up and then move on to weights.
That sounds like a good routine. Do you have any tips for getting started with strength training?
Sure, start with lighter weights and focus on proper form. Don't try to lift too heavy too soon, or you risk injury.
That's good advice. What about cardio? I find it hard to stay motivated on the treadmill.
Mix it up. Try different machines like the elliptical or rowing machine, or try a group fitness class like spin or Zumba.
Those are great suggestions, thanks. Number 38, school atmosphere.
Have you noticed how much the school atmosphere has changed this year?
Yes, I have. It seems like everyone is more positive and focused on their goals.
I agree. I think the changes the school made, like the new mentorship program or the extracurricular activities, have really made a difference.
Absolutely. And the teachers seem more engaged.
Yes, I've noticed that too. They're more approachable and willing to help us with any problems we have.
I think the emphasis on building a sense of community at the school has really paid off.
Definitely. It feels like we're all in this together, working towards a common goal.
And the positive atmosphere has made a difference in how we approach our schoolwork. I feel more motivated to do well and put in the effort.
Same here. It's great.
Number 39, fast cars. Have you ever driven a fast car?
No, I haven't, but I've always wanted to. It's a rush like no other. The acceleration, the speed, the power, it's incredible.
What's the fastest car you've ever driven?
I drove a Lamborghini once, and it was amazing. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds.
Wow, that's incredible. How did it feel?
It was like being in a rocket ship. The speed and power were just unreal.
I can only imagine. What's your dream car?
I've always wanted a Bugatti Veyron. It's one of the fastest cars in the world, and it looks amazing too.
That's a great choice. I've always been a fan of the Ferrari 488 Spider.
That's a beautiful car. And it's no slouch in the speed department either.
Number 40, colonizing Mars. Can you believe that there are plans to send humans to Mars?
Yes, I've heard about it. It's a huge undertaking.
It's amazing to think about the possibilities. We could establish a human settlement on another planet.
It would definitely be a huge achievement for humanity. But there are so many challenges to overcome.
Yes, like building spacecraft that can withstand the harsh conditions of space and Mars' atmosphere.
It's definitely a huge challenge.
It would be amazing to be one of the people who get to go to Mars and be a part of this historic event.
It would be a dream come true. Imagine being one of the first people to set foot on another planet.
Are you ready to take your language skills to the next level? Introducing the perfect companion to Mr. K's 100 Real-Life English Conversations video series, the brand new ebook edition. Dive deeper into the conversations. Inside this comprehensive ebook, you'll find all 100 dialogues from the video series. Practice your speaking abilities as you read along with the dialogues. Immerse yourself in authentic language and train your ears to recognize natural speech patterns. Visit www.mrk.de or click the link in the comments to get your hands on this invaluable resource. Get your ebook now and speak English with confidence.